Greetings and welcome to the energy of Capricorn. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. Use your discernment, use your discretion. Viewer discretion is advised. Please take only what you will. Welcome. The 10th house is open. The 10th house has to do with karmic resonance, the manifestation of reality on different planes of existence. One is usually the one that we choose from, two, essentially two, as well as three, beyond the infinitum. But it's where we place this timeline that the karmic resonance becomes great. And because of the cardinal nature of Capricorn, excuse me, the primary notion of the triplicity of Earth in the energy and the auspices of 10th house in Capricorn binds us to what we project, okay? It binds us. So there is this creative element, a dynamic that is cardinal in nature, that pushes forth into the action that we produce on the inner realm, the 4th house, and then how it manifests in the 10th house. This is collective interests, the solidity of projections of thought that are filled with fervor that actually create and sustain the dimension of the 10th house. Excuse me. Because of such, the major arcana that is related to Capricorn is the binding element of detail, the Devil card. And with this, there is fame. The 10th house is a house of fame, but also the house of infamy. And because of such, Saturn's auspices require the longevity of time to discern a victor, to discern how the narrative turns out in terms of a historical account. Okay. The funny thing is that when we borrow through the 10th house, we accrue karmic debt, and because of such, the Capricorn that I know of at least are infused with the karmic retribution, the account of essentially what comes out of our willpower. And because of such, all this binding energy is very powerful. It brings it brings truth as well as a collective humanitarian evolution, truth and this to the detail of our reality. Okay. And that's just a pre-buff. That's just what I'm trying to state about the 10th house and as well Capricorn's energy. Saturn is the main and primary ruler of Capricorn's energy, and we will use Saturn's guidance, Lord Shani, to come up with what's going on for Capricorn in the month of May. The 10th house is open. Thank you for tuning to the channel. Now we'll firstly look at karma when it comes to May 2023 for the energy of Capricorn. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so something of the past has brought Capricorn to a state of, once again, the theme for May is reform. For some reason, any structural system where you've been trying to work out and deal with other people in terms of their passions, their beliefs, and how they relate to your beliefs and passions. A choice is made to sustain that structure, to repair it. At the same time, there is a cold and precise way of looking at this. There's an accuracy in the way Capricorn has been reforming with others, the structures of our heart, the structures of our mind, and essentially collaborative efforts in general. Reform is always about going to previous structures and rebuilding them in some sort of way, deconstructing them, rebuilding them, adding embellishments, working on the foundation of our efforts, okay? But there is a cold way of approaching this now. Something about Capricorn has a closed heart. There is a crystallization of the heart that allows for a lot of things to occur in terms of detached modes of observation of the past. Detached modes of observation of the past. Because of this, you stand in your higher truth. Okay, this talks about Aquarius, which is a combination of Saturn, as well as the North Node, as well, a bit of Uranus, okay? Now, the interesting thing of this is that there's a mad genius behind what Capricorn does now in order to detach and be aloof or distant in a way, detached, completely detached from collaborative efforts, from the way things have been done, from the way things have always been done. It's as if there was supposed to be some sort of collapse, a choosing to move away from that, and a standing in one's own truth. Okay, this has to do with a retroactive look at past and previous structures that were supposed to fall, yet they're being reformed. This makes you kind of tired. This makes Capricorn kind of tired. And because of such, there's a sequence here of a needing to rest and relax, to see this and to absorb that, okay? Now, the difference of absorbing that, okay, and reflecting on it, or reacting as opposed to being responsive to it, there's a number of differences here. What I see here is surrendering a truth in the very near future, okay? And by doing so, there's an ability to communicate something, okay? The communication, it exists in two different planes. The first has to do with conservation. The second has to do with idealization of the material realm, okay? When the Page of Pentacles combines with the Four of Pentacles, we have here a union of mother and son. Something here about nurturing oneself, but then leading to a path of detachment. This has to do with healing, but also a choice to be somewhere, to be in two different places. This has to do with conservation of one's resources, the Four of Pentacles, as well as the Page of Pentacles. Idealization of how to contribute, how to give something. It's as if there is a natural need to suppress all forms of giving, like giving a shit. At the same time, there's a need to look into what you are giving, and there's something about the progression of time, or the progression of humanity, to give something, to offer something, to give it away. It's very difficult, and Capricorn is dealing with this energy, and it feels like the home that was built cannot be entered. The home that was built cannot be entered. The home that was built cannot be entered. This allows Capricorn to do a number of things. Primarily, this has to do with, goodness, like kind of just being tired, at the same time feeling like you're doing the right thing, feeling like you're working with others, you're at the right place, there's a collaborative effort in all of this. At the same time, there's a detachment. I don't know why. May is all about detachment for some reason. As you look into the future, you may find that once again, there's something that you can't return to. That's the karma, at least for the month of May so far, for Capricorn. We will look in deeper into the Great Mirror. The Great Mirror is a tool devised by the Order of the Twin Sun to see particular karmas that exist between Capricorn and another, a significant other, insignificant, however. Yeah. So let's go ahead and look into that. Please take only what you will. Not everything will resonate for everyone. Your story will be nuanced accordingly. So please, interact with it, but make sure that you are clear in your intention when doing so with the content. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think you will take your cup elsewhere. There is a choice that is being made here. It has to do with two different planes. If you divide the four in reverse, the four in the reverse of the cups, there is a sense of satisfaction in making this choice, a fulfillment. At the same time, it's as if you're returning to something. You're trying to depart, but then you're stuck. You want to return. This does not bode well for Capricorn. There's something about Capricorn that needs to make a choice. Each choice is a calling. And there's a focal point here. There's a need to prove something. Are you trying to prove something? Is your horse trying to go back to this person, this place or thing? These are questions. At the same time, there's something about you on a conscious level that wants to declare something. The horses are speaking. This person is torn between two worlds. They also activate your 7th house. Torn between two worlds. It's like one mother going to the past, one mother going to the future. Two different mothers, two different wheels. There is a sense of dissension and declaration. Something that you need to declare. It has to do with the movement away to or from. Their influence. They give you a sense of inspiration, but they also force you to go somewhere else, to take your cup elsewhere. Why? They want to retrace their steps. Whatever or whomever you're dealing with wants to retrace their steps. They're stuck between two worlds. They're trying to do one thing, and then they're trying to move towards you in one way, and then they're pulled to another thing. We're going to figure out what they're pulled to now. Okay? And the bridge. I don't know if you're ready to cut this connection off or not. It seems like a calling. It seems like you've always had to, but it's a challenge. That's the thing, because there is a type of melancholy about them. They see a possibility for friendship with you. But they are called to do something different. There's a sense of liberty that they need to express. There's also a need for independence, but then they are torn between two different worlds. The potential is great with this person. Outside of your situation, they're called to the 7 of rods. No? Yes? No? That would be the 9 of rods. They're called to understand their experiences. They're being pulled in another way because they have a realm of experiences outside of this connection, outside of your connection, that puts them into a boo-boo mode, a woe is me mode. Woe is me. And they've been through a lot, this person. They're on the path to some form of liberty. They see some sort of friendship in this, but then the friendship thing is blocking them from the connection, something like this. They're retracing their steps. They want to retrace their steps, okay? That's the thing. The Hierophant is watching over this. Hanged Man is watching over this, as well as the Star card is watching over this. The connection itself is strong, very strong. On a conscious level, it's something that has to do with the path of the Hanged Man. No touching, no touchiness. Seeing and understanding the healing path and becoming clear with that, the mystical path, becoming clear with that. At the same time, they are called to make the connection. They are called, both of you are called to seek out a sacrament, to seek out something that is stronger in terms of cementing the connection or making it sacred in some way, shape, or form, to sublimate it. But it feels difficult for you because you see the friendship in it. They want to resuscitate it. They also want to take the expedition towards you. At the same time, anything you do in terms of your outer world, it seems false or it seems pretendish, okay? Not to say that you're fake, it's just like, if you're called to do one thing and you're trying to understand the nature of love and the nature of creativity, you may find that you will have no choice, okay? But it is a choice. But you have no choice, but it is your choice. It's as if you are taking the chagrin, the ability to meet any challenge and to rise up in some sort of way. The thing is that emotional content is not the cup of tea for Capricorn, usually. It's something that they crave, it's something that they search for, but it does not mean that that kind of nourishment will fulfill a mountain, therefore the mountain weeps. Because of such, There's a lot that has to do with the path of Aquarius here, Saturn meeting Uranus. Embracing Uranus will teach you something. Uranus is an energy that is extremely violent. It's also random. It's also very disassociative. It's detached in some sort of way. Yet both of you are working towards attachment through the lens of the Hierophant card, which is the second house. 11th house is very strong here. You may find that things are out of your control. The more both of you take a stance of passivity, or perhaps to redefine what love is, or perhaps to redefine what a connection truly is. This has to do with earthing on one hand, and also putting yourself into another environment, something deeper, something more nourishing. There is a possibility that this will work out, but I think for now, at least in the month of May, healing is very much required. The realm of expectation is what brings this down, but it's more like both of you have your own inner process of dissension, of arrival, of coming into a place that is steady, that is emotionally stable, that is non-toxic in nature. You have the choice though, and I think you have the scissors when it comes to this. Don't run with the scissors. Make sure that you know what you are cutting, because you may cut cords if you need to when it comes to this connection. Yes, I see here some form, a need of stability to protect oneself, to ground oneself, to make sure the channels are clean and also closed. You're being watched over when it comes to this by a lunar mansion. Lunar mansion related to what? To Libra. To Libra. Basically what I see here is the 7 through 12 houses watching over this connection. The exaltation of Saturn is in Libra. If you take the approach of Libra, or the Libraic pattern, or the path of peace, essentially, that would be best for you. The trick to Saturn, and Saturn is your ruler, is to take it easy, to not do much in terms of expecting an outcome. Time will do its best for you in this situation. But it is a strong one, and the mirror is very much colored by the Hanged Man and the Hierophant, meaning that there is a promise to bring as above, so below, to switch the role of the Hanged Man into something greater, okay? Something more profound. I see here the 2nd, 11th, and 12th houses. With this, there is, let's see, 2nd, 12, 2, 4, 3, 7. This has to do with the 7th house. This has to do with a significant relationship in which you lose yourself through another. The path works both ways. If you find peace in patience, patience in peace, that would be the best path to take for this. Otherwise, there will be some repercussions. If you're not patient and you don't express this patience, something will come like a strike of lightning, or perhaps a ray of the sun that will bring clarity, to the pupil of the eye. That is the best I can do for this reading. I do wish you well. Thank you. Bye-bye.